What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and my friends, the day is finally here. Title Update Season 9 is now live. Therefore, this morning I wanted to take a few minutes, answer some of your questions, and go over some of the details of what we can expect as we begin today. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well. And remember, we are currently having a giveaway for an Xbox Series X. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced on July 4th of this year. So there happen to be a lot of different things I want to get into in this video. Primarily, we're going to focus on the patch notes, the known issues, as well as the seasonal reward track. Now, one thing I want to mention is that this is going to be one of the first of multiple videos that I put out today. One of the most commonly asked questions I get anytime a season starts is how can you get through the seasonal levels quickly? Therefore, this afternoon, I will be putting out an XP farm, and I definitely recommend you check it out. With that being said, my friends, let's get into some of the details, starting off with the fact that right now, when we start this new season, you're going to be getting double XP as you begin. Now remember, and this is really for new and returning players, that you're only going to get double XP for the first 15 shade levels you gain. After that, it goes back to normal. Now, going back to something I said a moment ago about the XP farm, the main reason I want to put that together later today is, as you can see, with this seasonal reward track, there are amazing items, and all of the exotics you're looking for are located here, so that's why a lot of people want to try to get through it as quick as they can. However, one thing I'd like to mention really quick as we move on is, remember, it's been a year and a half since we've had any new content whatsoever. We finally have new weapons, new gear, new exotics, and new game modes. So in my opinion, one of the most important things to always remember is truly take your time, enjoy the gameplay, and remember there is no mad rush to get this stuff done. Now, as we look at the actual reward track, you can see at the top, those are the rewards that everybody is going to get as you progress through the season. Now, for the bottom line, if you choose to buy the season pass, which I believe is $10, you're going to get those items as well. However, that is not required. Now, as we get to level 55, you can see we have the new exotic sniper rifle, the Dread Edict, which is an absolute monster. And again, this is why people kind of want to rip through the seasonal reward track. Now, another thing I want to mention as we move on is, as you progress through the season, you'll also have access to previous manhunt targets, so if you missed any of those before, you'll have the ability to face them and pick up any skills that you may have missed. Anyway, getting back to the rewards themselves, you can see once you get to level 80, you're going to be able to get the Kingbreaker. It's a guaranteed drop as you progress. When you get to 85, it's the blue screen exotic LMG, which again is just a beast. And finally, at level 90, it's the Catharsis Mask, which everyone is going to want to pick up. So my friends, anytime you can get something guaranteed, you definitely want to grind for it. Moving on, I'd now like to talk about the new countdown vendor. Now, I put out a dedicated video on this yesterday. However, it's important to mention the new vendor is live as of now. And as you can see when you roll up, you can see that there are 3 named items for sale, all of which are fantastic, and these will rotate on a weekly basis. Now, below that, you can see you have different caches you can buy. Now, during the week, these caches are always available, so any day you want to pick these up and farm for the different countdown resources, you can do so and buy as many as you want. Now, many of you reached out in yesterday's video asking how many countdown resources do you get per countdown attempt. Now, you can see in the bottom corner I have 20 resources. I ran it this morning. We didn't get to the end. We couldn't get through the hunters, but I got 20 just for running the thing, and as I know more information, I will pass it along. And keep in mind, as I say that, I know the information's out there, but I haven't cleared it yet, so I have not seen the exact number. And as always, if you have that information, please pass it along in the comment section down below. As you guys know, the main goal is to try to pass along as much information as we possibly can. With all that being said, my friends, let's now jump into the patch notes themselves, and I really want to focus on the known issues that we're going to have going into this mode and how they fix certain things. Now, one thing I have to point out right out of the gate is I was able to run Countdown with no problem whatsoever. It is the first time I was able to use matchmaking with no drama, no issues. Most of you know from the PTS, because I had talked about this. For the life of me, I could never join a group. No matter what I did, it didn't work. So the fact that on my first attempt, I was able to join a group. We got to the very end, no deltas, was absolutely fantastic. Next, my friends, we're going to go over the changelog and known issues for Title Update 15. And as you can see, they say the following for Countdown. Player with a hardcore character and another player with a non-hardcore character are able to create a Countdown group through invites. Multiple incomplete groups are created instead of a full group on Matchmaking for Countdown. Game crashes if Matchmaking for Countdown is started inside Coney Island safe zone. Missing game music while spectating another player. And black screen occurs pressing spectate in the end scene. Now, these are things that they know are happening in the game and they are continuing to work on, and hopefully they'll be fixed soon. Now, as far as the fixes they made between the last PTS and TU15, you can see in regards to gear and weapons, the Heartbreaker mask. The mask should now give blue defense stats. This issue has now been fixed. The focus talent doesn't work with the new exotic dread edict. The issue is now fixed as well. The disruptor rounds talent from the exotic weapon blue screen cannot be triggered. This is fixed. The Kingbreaker TKB 408 assault rifle rate of fire was upgraded from 500 to 650, which is absolutely huge. The Dare LMG no longer uses AR attachments. Talents Intimidate and Perfect Intimidate are no longer max stack in PvP. A few other minor weapon and gear UI issues are now fixed as well. Perfect Jeopardy talent has now been removed from Kingbreaker and Dare descriptions. Perfect Flatline talent has been added instead. And finally, Flatline Basic talent has been added to the Advanced Weapon Talents pool. Now, there happens to be one more page I'd like to highlight before I wrap this up, and as always, I will leave a link to the patch notes in the description down below. That way you can check them out anytime you want. You can see on this page in the section marked Other that a few things that I know were driving a lot of people crazy have finally been fixed. The issue with the infinite loading screen after being in countdown mode is now resolved. They fixed the Delta 3 error when matchmaking with players from different regions in countdown. Fixed the Delta 3 error when accepting an invite from matchmaking and entering an ongoing countdown session. They also fixed the Delta 3 error during normal gameplay while the Catharsis mask is equipped. And finally, fixed the Delta 3 error during normal gameplay while Heartbreaker set is equipped as well. And as I start to wrap this video up, my friends, my plan for this weekend is to really play as much as I possibly can. I want to see how the launch goes over the next few days to fully give it, my opinion on what's been happening. So far, I've seen online, everyone seems really happy, and from my own gameplay, it's been pretty smooth so far. However, as most of you know by now, the main goal at the channel is to work together, help each other out. So if you are having any issues at this point, let me know in the comments section. I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can, and hopefully with some answers that should help you deal with whatever you're dealing with. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of the Division 2 content at this channel. My friends, we are finally back. I am going to be bringing you so many different videos on builds, on farming, on pretty much everything. And as always, I thank you so much for being a part of this family and sticking by the channel. At this point, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out, but like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.